Good morning, all 53 of you. I'm Avery, he's James, and we'd like to welcome you to yet another episode of SkyViewTalk, the sport and music talk show with a view. You know, it is now 11:15 Eastern Standard Time here in New York on Monday, May 29th. So let's go ahead and get started. James, where are you at this morning, brother?
I am at Wrigleyville West in Mesa, Arizona. We got a little bit of a Cubs theme here for good reason. You'll see later on. Sloan Park, really beautiful spring training facility. Actually, we have a Memorial Day baseball tournament going on in this complex today. A lot of juniors coming out here with hopes of getting on a scout team for colleges and whatnot. So, beautiful little area. Great day out here. Where are you at, Avery?
You know, this morning I had to go to my backup spot. My first one was under construction, but my second one isn't too shabby. Here I'm in Grand Central Station in the middle of New York City. This is the most popular station for trains here in New York, and as you can tell, it is just beautiful here. High arching ceilings, tons of natural light here. So we're gonna have a good time this morning, James. What's first up on the docket?
So first pitch today is going to be talking about the Chicago Cubs. Are they experiencing the well-known World Series hangover? I'm going to take it off first from you, Avery. I think they are. You look at how much appearances they had on late night TV shows. Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Joe Madden doing all types of interviews, talking about the strategies he used, talking about, oh, this is how you do baseball. This is, we had it the right way, talking to all the interviews. They had a lot of fun. I'm okay with that. They had a lot of fun. But it comes with a price. And when you come hovering around 500 as the World Series champion, are they as hungry as they were the year they won the championship when they lost to the Dodgers in the previous playoff, appearance? So I feel like the hangover is real. There's nothing wrong with it. It's the beginning of the season. We're just exiting May. So they have a long time left, Avery. What do you think?
I definitely agree with you. I think there's a little bit of sleepiness on their team right now. But then you also have to look at the other teams in their division as well. You look at the Brewers in first place. They're playing so much better ball than they were last year. Last year, when the Cubs played the Brewers, it was almost a guaranteed win. It was easy W's for them. I mean, you also look at Cardinals, who are in the second place in that division right now. So right now, those teams are now beating the Cubs, who they beat last year. So I think that's where the majority of their wins are lacking this year.
Well, no, I definitely agree with you there. And here's the thing is, if you look at the Chicago Cubs' schedule in the beginning of the season, it's actually pretty tough. They faced the Yankees, got swept by them. They faced the Cardinals twice already, the Dodgers. They just got swept by the Dodgers for the first time since 2013. They have a tough schedule. And as a World Series champion, you really like to get off to that strong start again, have that confidence built up like you did last year. And they weren't able to get that going. So facing the in-division teams like baseball wanted to get going this first month, they got off to a slow start. Once they get interleague going, get that good arm Lester out there, Jake Arrieta, they got that young kid pitching now. It's a long time going, but guess what? The hangover's real, guys, and I hope they do wake up because they're a great team to watch.
Yeah, for sure. All right, moving on. New segment we're doing here on the show now. Little insider trading, a little buy and sell batter going back between me and James. First buy or sell, James. Do you take the Yankees as a legit World Series contender this year?
I'm buying that like people are buying Bitcoin. I am trying to buy as much as I can for the Yankees. They have a great young farm system that's really showing their roots and showing that they're blooming right now for the Yankees. You got Aaron Judge. I mean, they're doing so much with Judge. He's a great ball player. He's not only big, he can strike the ball so well. He has a great swing. He's faster than he looks, sneaky fast, if you will. And you just have a lot of young talent. Gary Sanchez coming back from the injury. Aroldis Chapman, who was playing for the Cubs earlier, now coming back from injury. Dellin Betances, just as great as suspected. The starting pitching rotation can be a little shaky at times. Tanaka's not the most consistent starter of all time. He is our ace, but you have Luis Severino, who's really grown into his arm. And they were worried in the spring training. They were saying, is he a relief pitcher? Is he a starting pitcher? And Joe Girardi was, through much doubt a lot of times, we all criticism about is he a good manager. He said, you know what, we're going to get him out there. We're going to let the kid show what he's got. And he's really shown the MLB that he is a pitcher to be scared of. You know, throwing gas into the late innings, 97, 98, very Justin Verlander-like. So do I see the Yankees as a serious World Series contender? I'm buying that as much as I can right now.
All right, fair enough, fair enough.
All right, and a subject for you right now, Avery. Buy or sell the Golden State Warriors in 6.
I am definitely gonna buy that. You know what? I'm gonna up the ante a little bit here. I'm taking them in 5.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, you know what? I know it's a serious claim. It's a bold claim, but I see them. I think there's just too much talent. I know we talked about this in the last episode. I think there's just too much talent on that court for them. You look at Steph, you look at Clay, you look at Draymond, you look at Kevin Durant. I mean, there's just, when they're in transition, when they're passing that ball around, there isn't a player on that court that touches that ball that cannot shoot it. And I think the Cavs are going to be overloaded. I see that the Cavs are going to put up a pretty good fight, but I think late in the fourth quarter, I just don't see the Warriors pulling out of almost every single game. So that's why I'm buying Warriors in 6.
Wow. Okay, that's a serious claim here. You even up in the ante at Warriors in 5. You know, we might have to shoot back to that when they're in Game 7. The Cavs win. We might have to shoot a little flashback for you on this episode, but I'll give you that. Okay, we'll see. We'll have to keep a close eye on that.
Okay. All right, James. Here's your next buy or sell. Do you buy junkyard backyard wiffle ball to be a serious sport that's up and coming?
You know what, I do. It's kind of underground right now. It's like a penny stock, if you will, to buy. Really, if you look at everywhere, there's backyard. It really came out when there was a guy who built a Fenway replica of a wiffle ball stadium in his backyard. You know, it's just one of those sports everyone can play, a lot like golf in a sense, where, you know, it doesn't matter if you used to be a big time player in college or baseball but just didn't have that staying power, you didn't have that talent. Everyone can go to wiffle ball, have fun with it. You know, young kids to big adults. You know, it's a fun league. You got junk ball. You have all these different wiffle ball brands that are coming out with different bats and junk ball pitches, and you can throw sinkers, curve balls, screw balls, knuckle balls just by switching a little screw on the ball. And you look at fields like this right here, Sloan Park. They have a wiffle ball park sitting right here. Right here behind me, they have a little wiffle ball park set up already. You know, it's just things like that that'll get those leagues going. And I'm not saying it's going to be an Olympic sport anytime soon, but it's definitely a league that's really taken over, kind of like gaming is. Gaming's being shown on ESPN nowadays. I think wiffle ball league may be something to take a look at. I will definitely buy that stock right now.
You know, that's interesting, because up to a few weeks ago, I'd never really heard of wiffle ball being something that would be played seriously. You know, of course, wiffle ball is something great you can play with friends, but to hear that there's leagues forming with almost professional athletes playing this is real interesting to see.
Definitely. Now, something that I've seen, and you shine some light on it recently, talking to each other, but do you buy or sell pickleball being the fastest growing sport in America?
You know, that might be the true fact, but I am selling that like it's 1929. I do not think that pickleball is going anywhere in America right now. I used to play pickleball in like junior high, and it was fun and all, but like, okay, let's go play an actual sport, you know, once it's a week of PE is done. You know, sure, if you have one pickleballer and then you have a week later 2 pickleballers, that's 100% growth right there. That might be the statistic that these pickleballers are using to say that they're the fastest growing sport. So, you know, it might have a little bit of traction right now, but I do not see it going anywhere. I'm selling that.
Man, that seems like what they're trying to be used as some alternative facts, if you will, right?
Oh, don't even get me started on that, James.
All right, we'll move on from there. We got a little bit of an album spotlight here, if you will, something you can dig into for the next week. Avery, what's that new album you got going?
So here's a little listen if you guys want for the next week or two. You know, new band coming out called Arizona. band, couple guys from New Jersey. In fact, they're not actually from Arizona. A couple guys from New Jersey made this band, and they've been dropping singles for about half a year now, and they just dropped their debut album, Gallery. It's got 12 songs on there. It's like indie alternative music with a little bit of electronic touch in there, and you know, it's a great listen right now. It's getting a good amount of traction on Spotify right now, but they're still, you know, kind of flying underneath the radar. You know, I gave it a listen, and I loved it. It was good. It's been on replay on my Spotify account for the last week, and I think you guys can give it a shot. And next week, go ahead and leave us a comment down in the episode. See what you thought about it.
Yeah, I gave that a few listens too. I gotta say, my favorite song, and that's probably crossed my mind. It's a really great song, and guys like that who bend the genre, I really love. I mean, you just gotta give them a listen. You know, indie, you know, got that soul a little bit to them. Just a great touch of all genres. Really a genre bender. I really like that album right now.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see where they take this in the next few years.
Definitely, and they also have a few covers. I actually saw that they did a passion fruit cover of Drake's song. Did you give that a listen yet?
You know, I saw that on Spotify. I haven't given that a listen yet, but I need to make sure that I get to that. It looks good.
I think we're gonna drop that in there real quick. Passion Fruit by Arizona, little cover. Go check that out. But that has been your album spotlight of the week for you guys. Hope you guys go give that a listen. Let us know what you think, and we'll try to see if we can dig up some underground artists for you. Give you album spotlights and maybe some album reviews as well coming up soon.
Yeah, and we'll make sure that we link all the stuff down in the description below. We'll try to link Apple Music. We'll throw in Spotify, and then if that doesn't work, we'll throw in like just a generic link that gets you somewhere on YouTube or something.
Somewhere where you guys can listen to these great artists up and come and try to get some of them attention. Avery, thank you for that. That has been SkyViewTalk's episode 3 for you guys. We're really looking to get some great content for you guys, working as hard as we can to get you views like this all the time, and appreciate all 53, hopefully growing. Go ahead, like it, comment, let us know what you think, and don't be afraid to hit up our social media accounts at JCalpa02. Avery, what's your Twitter account?
You know, my Twitter handle is @AveryVitel. You know, we'll link them again down in the description down there for you. Go ahead, hit us up on Twitter. We'll throw in Instagram. Go ahead and give us a snap. You know, everything will be linked. Go ahead and just hit us up.
Let us know, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Yeah, see you guys. Peace.